Hello my beautiful Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your mid-month check-in. I'm doing a series of shorter messages. I'm calling them major quickies. For those of you who are on the go, I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. I will be doing my usual longer messages in a couple of days, but this is your mid-month check-in. So let's get straight to your reading, my beautiful Aries. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? Straight away. Ooh, loving that. We're opening on Wheel of Fortune. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know with regards to this mid-month check-in? Can you please guide them to the energies? For those of you who are new to my channel, I take jumpers from the pack. I do not choose the cards as I believe that is my energy and not the message you're meant to receive. Everyone is different, so you may want to fast forward during these moments. Interesting energy we have. We have the Wheel of Fortune to open. This is your protagonist energy, and this is the energy that is propelling you forward for this mid-month check-in. This is the energy of luck. This is fortune finally being on your side. This is a turning point of any luck, any negative cycles you may have been in are now turning in your favor. And Spirit is removing you from any path of toxic cycles that do not serve you. As you can see this arm here, it has angel wings on there. It is Spirit removing you from anything that does not serve you to put you on your prosperity path. So this is you propelling yourself forward, knowing that Lady Luck is on your side and that there is a lot of growth here that is happening. You've got momentum. You're recognizing that there is some sort of gamble that you may have been thinking about taking. Now this could be in terms of love, and it could be in terms of your financial prosperity. We'll go deeper and find out. But at the moment, what they're showing me is they're putting you on the right path. So if you were feeling stuck in any shape or form, this is the energy of it's like turning over a new leaf. They've just given me turning over a new leaf, that it suits your prosperity and your abundance more. Okay, so that's propelling you forward for this time period. Now we have the Hermit card, and this is in your antagonist position. Okay, so this is the energy that is propelling you back slightly. So you may have an energy of shying away from maybe going within for your personal truth. They're just giving me, you may not even have time because you've been working so hard. You may not even have time to check in spiritually with yourself to make sure that you're on the right path. They want you to take some time out with this energy in order to recognize what is your personal quest for your prosperity path. What can you see your path clearly, and where do you need to shine your light on in order to move forward is what they're giving me here. Now some people have asked me, why do I rub the cards? I rub the cards because I get energy from the cards. This is the only way that I've been given to do this. So I do apologize if it is in some way distracting. We also have here that you don't want to make mistakes from the past. Okay. You want to proceed, but to look at those mistakes or anything that went wrong in the past is very painful. So you may shy away from this energy at this moment in time. There may be a situation that has presented itself. I've got a cold breeze just come here just now. So they're giving me an indication that this is for somebody in particular, that a situation has arisen now which it seems very familiar to something in the past. Now, it may not be with the same people or the same tribe, your soul tribe. It may be a different situation, but it reminds you of something in the past. And you don't want to proceed with, they're giving me, you don't want to make any of the same mistakes that you made in the past. Now, this isn't necessarily that you made the mistakes, Aries, but you're looking at the past thinking, what went wrong? How could I have done a situation differently in order to get a different result? Okay, and what they're giving me here is that you're shying away from spiritually illuminating anything in terms of lessons because it's too painful, okay? They want you to do this for growth. Yeah, they want you to see with your inner eye is what they're giving me here before you proceed forward. Now, this is the energy to overcome and to embrace. Okay, so this is the energy that you've been shying away from, but Spirit wants you to embrace it and overcome it. And then the unifying energy is a wonderful energy. We have the Empress, and this is about knowing your worth. Okay, the Empress, not a gender specific reading, male or female, it's about the energy, but this is about knowing where your boundaries are, knowing that you're good enough, and leading with creative ideas. Anything, any path that you move forward with now will be very abundant. It will lead to a lot of growth, expansion, and peace. They're giving me peace. Okay, so what they're giving me here is that when you do finally look at the past and see what happened there, you move forward knowing your worth and knowing that you are good enough, and that, you know, the mistakes that seem to have arisen in the past were choices that people who were involved made. And sometimes we make choices that are not in our higher vibrations. Okay, so both parties may have been acting in low vibrations, and that may be that somebody did something wrong to you, and as a result you came into lower vibrations in order to deal with it. So there may have been things that were said that you regret. There is some sort of regret or something, and you don't really want to touch it, is what they're giving me. Now, that doesn't mean you're to blame at all, Aries. This is what they're giving me here is a releasing of blame across the board. It feels like someone else did something to you, but you have to release the blame in order to move forward towards your abundance, is what they're giving me with here. And your abundance is about to find you, but you must have a clear heart for a new start, is what they're giving me. There is a new start within that heart, and it leads to a lot of growth and abundance and success as well. You may also have some very creative ideas during this time that will help you gain your fortune, is what they're giving me here. But don't shy away from listening to your instinct and gaining some sort of spiritual illumination. Thank you so much, Spirit Guide. Ooh, straight away. Oh, I'm loving this energy. Look at this. Oh, so for those of you who are interested, I just used the White Witch Tarot for the opening, and now I'm using the Good Tarot, and this is by Colette Baron Reid. And to open, we have the Empress again. Huge growth, a lot of abundance here. This is harvest time for you for sure. We're just going to go and get one more from the deck. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Okay, and we have the Five of Water. Now, for those of you who do not know this deck, you only read uprights. You don't read reversals in this particular deck unless you are called to by Spirit, but I have not been called to, so just so you're aware. The Empress card is major arcana in this deck, and it is about fertility. Okay, this is the giving birth to ideas, to experiences, and allowing yourself to be nurtured and nourished with a new version of yourself, as it were. Your life is very rich and ripe with possibilities at this time, especially since it's over the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so any creative ideas that you have there, very, very fortunate in the future. You are very powerful at this time. You're co-creating with Spirit to manifest a life of your desires, of your dreams. Okay, you have to recognize that what you want wants you, and that you are deserving of this. When you get this Empress card, it is about knowing your worth, knowing your potential, and that you deserve all these infinite possibilities that are about to manifest on the physical plane for your highest good. It is about the goodness, you know, that you're trying to manifest. This is harvest time for any of those ideas. You may have been clouded in the past, especially since we have that Hermit card. You're shying away from looking at the past because it's a little bit too painful. So you may have tried to cloud yourself, but this is an unveiling. They're giving me an unveiling. It's now time to look at things that did not serve you, shed them, and Spirit is also removing you from any paths, any toxic cycles that did not serve you, in order to move forward. Now they are really highlighting, interesting, they're really highlighting a figure here for me in this card, and it looks almost like a seahorse. So this could be something that is connected to a partnership, a counterpart, that you may have been hurt by somebody in the past in terms of love. And that you may be trying to call in some sort of love situation here, because we have a seahorse, and seahorses, when they meet their counterpart, they co-create with this counterpart for the rest of time. They stay with one partner. Okay, so we also have the Nine of Air that is turned up here, and this is about shifting any negative self-talk. You know, don't trash talk yourself here. This is about knowing your worth, but ultimately the only person that's really sort of holding you back here is your fear of possibility, and thinking that maybe you might not be good enough in certain moments. Okay, so you have to have some sort of self-compassion and release yourself from any of this negative self-talk. You have to be gentle with yourself, and remember that everything will be okay. Okay, and you know, sometimes what we say in our mind and tell ourselves is actually false evidence appearing as real. It's actually the ego telling you you can't do this, you're not good enough for that, if only you were as good as whoever. You know, you're actually a human trying your best in a human body to have a conscious experience. So free yourself from any negative talk. Okay, you really need, especially since it's over this Hermit card, Virgo energy, it's about having the courage to highlight where you are negative, any darkness, you know, dark night of the soul moments, really shine a light on them and illuminate where, you know, all the possibilities and the positivity that can bring you together to create the destiny that you want. So no more negative self-talk. I know it's easier said than done, because we all have moments of negativity. The candle just gave me an indication. There's a cold breeze that just came in, and the candle just went a little bit, I got goosebumps as well. The candle just flickered and made a sound. So yeah, very important you release any negative vibes there, because that's the only thing at this present point that is holding you back. Now we do have the Five of Water as well. Water is, sorry, just to clarify, the air is, it connects to swords. Okay, so that's communication. Okay, so it's about freeing yourself from any negative communication that you have with yourself, that you tell yourself inside. And the Five of Water is to do with cups. So Five of Water is releasing anything from the past that you felt you were in grief, any sadness. Okay, you to fully forgive the situation, the ebb and flow of emotion. Allow yourself to feel it, but let it flow and let it go. Okay, humans, we are meant to feel. We are feeling creatures. Interesting. Again, we have a seahorse here. So they're really showing me, and I know these cards are very beautiful, connected to the earth and to nature, but they're really highlighting seahorses here. So it could be some sort of romantic situation that left you grieving, and there is something to, it's almost like you're coming into your own after a time of sadness and grief here. You're letting it go, you're letting it flow all over you, and you're letting the past kind of just disappear into the darkness of the ocean. It's no longer your burden. Okay, you deserve the freedom from this. You need to release this because it's no longer working for you. So anything that you know, is holding you back in any way, you're just shedding it. You're letting it just disappear into the recesses of your mind. And you know, there is a liberation when you get this card. Also, you may have felt abandoned in some way. Perhaps someone ghosted you, or there is you know, a loss. It is about this person may have left you feeling that you were not enough in some way. Now Aries, you're a go-getter, you know, you're very strongly passionate about things, and you know, when you're heartbroken, yes, you tend to not dwell in it so much. You kind of pick yourself up and sort of move on quite quickly, because you recognize that fortune favors the brave is the sentence they're giving me. But there is something in your past that really did a bit of a number on you, and it hurt you like never before. But you're recognizing, as you come through this, you're recognizing your worth. Okay, is what they're giving me, and because of it, you're allowing this fortunate shift towards your abundance, both on the romantic plane, but also on, I think that may be too many, but let's see, but also on the financial plane. No, they want to receive all, thank you. So it does seem like they want to tell you that you are enough here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there's freeing yourself. Yes. Okay, interesting. Okay, it's building quite a... Okay. Right, well, what we got here is the Nine of Swords. It's in reverse. So this is a release, okay? This is, there was some sort of extreme torment that you went through. So a lot of healing has happened here, but you are in recovery mode. And it's about something that you're very passionate about. You feel like you didn't have your boundaries high enough. Somehow this person got in, is what they're giving me. They got in and they messed about with your heart, and you should have had your boundaries higher, is how you feel about the situation. But Spirit is calling you now to forgive yourself because there was nothing you could do about it. Apparently this was a karmic cycle that was meant to happen in order to give you some spiritual growth, to give you some illumination and teach you about something, and that something was about how you are enough and how important you are, knowing your worth. So the lessons were there to teach you about your worth, is what they're giving me here. We have that Two of Cups. It's indicating a separation that happened here between you and a love counterpart. Now this could also be a business counterpart, because this is a quickie. I can't go deeper than that, but what they are giving me so far, my indications are it is a love relationship. You may have been in partnership with a love partner as well, but there is a separation here that left you feeling they got in. How did they get in so deep, is what they're giving me. Now, there is a new passion that is coming your way. We have the Page of Wands, and this is a Sagittarian energy, but there is an opportunity for a new passion that comes. Now, this person may be younger in energy, because it is a page energy here. What they're giving me here doesn't mean necessarily younger in age, but it's younger in energy. And it feels like it's very refreshing, but you need to stop telling yourself that you're not enough, or whatever it is you're telling yourself. It could be to do with looks, it could be to do with aesthetics, it could be to do with anything. They really want you to stop telling yourself that. Well, they're giving me the sentence. I really don't like this sentence, and I don't want to say it, because I don't believe that's connected to you in any way, Aries, the way that you conduct yourself. But someone got in and they may have chipped away at your ego, and chipped away at your esteem, your self-esteem, and left you feeling like you were not good enough, or that without them you were nothing. That's a horrible thing. I don't like saying that, but this is what they're giving me. And Spirit is saying, you don't believe this negative talk. If someone told you anything to do with this, do not believe this negative talk. There is some sort of remnant left, residue left from the way that this person in the past treated you, and they do not want you to go that way. You got the Empress board on the board twice. So the message really is, you are enough and then some. This person was projecting and wanted to chip at your soul, your ego, to make you feel as small as them, and actually you were too good for them. You were the Empress and they were not, okay, is what they're giving me here. What they were actually was a Knight of Wands. So we have the Eight of Cups here, but it is in reverse. So interesting. This is about fully learning from the past. It's over the Hermit card here, which is, learning, spiritual illumination and truth there. But you cannot let go. So someone from the past cannot let go of you either. And there is some sort of return here. This person who hurt you, I hate to say it, but they want to come back in and they want to tell you that they have given up their player days, is what they're giving me. But there is an option for a new passion with somebody else. You do have a choice here on the board, is what they're giving me. But this person, they're coming back in to express themselves, possibly with an apology. But what they're giving me is that they want to come back into your life. They've learned some lessons, and so have you, but they want to tell you that they don't want to be a player anymore. They want a bit more settled. They want to settle down, but actually they have very chaotic energy, okay? This person, no matter, they're interesting, thank you. No matter their intentions, unfortunately, they just have a chaotic vibe about them. They lead with excess impulsivity. They tell you one thing one moment and the next minute they do something different. They're giving me, Spirit are giving me, they don't mean that. It's just the way that they're made. Now, there are no excuses for bad behavior at all. I will not have it myself. I don't expect you to. But this is the energy they're giving me of this person. This person is just very chaotic, okay, and very impulsive. There is a transformation here on the board. Now, transformation is about a rebirth. Okay, so this could be a rebirth about this situation. But they ultimately, when you get the death card, number 13, a rebirth leads to moving on. Okay, so this is a transformation of you knowing your worth and letting go of all of this sadness that attaches to this situation in order to move on. You're like the phoenix rising from the ashes there. Okay, it's almost like someone else comes on in, a different person shows a very passionate interest in you, and you're looking at the person who returns from the past like, screw you, I don't need you because you know, I got somebody else. That's the energy I've got at the moment. Ultimately, karma is at play. Okay, when we get the justice board, this is a Libran energy. This is about cause and effect, a win-win situation for you. But some sort of truth is going to come out with this, and you balancing up the truth. Ultimately, I get a feeling that you don't really like what you see. The offer pales the offer pales compared to what you're worth, is what they just gave me. You're worth so much more than this person can offer you. But what they did to you, they're about to receive karma, is what they're giving me. Okay. Now, it is a quickie. I'd love to be able to go on here, but it is a quickie. So they've asked me to leave it there. I want to just clarify one thing, though, because I'm nosy. So this quickie might turn into something a little bit longer. Just want to clarify this person who returns from the past. What are their intentions, their true intentions? Can you please guide them? My beautiful Aries, can you please guide them to what this person from the past, what their true intentions are, the person that hurt them. Thank you so much. Okay, so they basically want they want you to wait and see. This is so interesting that they've given me this card. They want you to wait and see if for results. See if this person has changed. Then you can make your choice. So they're not giving a definitive answer, but what they ultimately want you to know is you are enough, and you're actually too good for this person. But if your heart resides there, then, you know, it feels very much like you're waiting to see if they've changed, and then you will make the decision. Okay, so we're just going to leave it there, my beautiful Aries. And I'm going to give you a Work Your Light, a message from this particular oracle deck. This is by Rebecca Campbell. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Ooh. We have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Wow, that's a very poignant message, Aries. Be held. Okay, you are not alone at this time. They are walking with you, is what they're just giving me. But it is about, you know, this comfort, okay, that was needed after this heartbreak. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I'm also giving you a Wisdom of the Oracle card, a final message before we go, and this is by Colette Baron Reed. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. What else do my beautiful Aries need to know with regards to this situation? Can you please guide them to any inspirational messages, any advice? Thank you so much. Deep knowing. Yeah, okay, deep knowing. So there's a lot of wisdom that comes from this. So the thing that you're shying away from, going into like a spiritual quest for illumination and a deep personal truth going within, maybe that's the way forward, you know, checking in with yourself for that deep knowing. So interesting, both cards. I mean, if you know these decks, they're called something different each time, but both cards have got deep. Okay, they've got the two deeps. So very, very important here. We also have 4 and 3 reduced to 7 there, and 7 is about action, taking action. number 7. And also, we're just going to read from the book because these are new decks, and I don't want to tell you anything untrue there. Oh, interesting. It's also an action card. Okay, if you can see that, suit 3, it's an action card. So it says here, deep replenishment. So they do want you to take action, but you're waiting for results, it seems. The most selfless thing you can do is fill up your own inner well. When you are running around half filled, we subsequently look to things and people around us to give the nourishment and nurturing that we so deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you're running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Interesting, you've got both feminine cards here. Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, then you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is our body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes you? What fuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile, overspilling with life? It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious essential oil, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there is more than enough to go round. Okay, so very important message. Know that you are enough, and obviously nurture that connection. It is not a selfish act to think about yourself first. Okay, the Empress is all-knowing, knowing her boundaries, not a gender-specific reading, obviously, male or female, it's about the energy. But it is about keeping your boundaries high, enriching yourself, nourishing yourself. And if you give too much of yourself, you leave yourself in lack. Okay, you leave yourself with less. So do remember to give to your wonderful self, and only then can you share your love and attention with others. Let's see, we have 43, deep knowing. Intuition, listening to the oracle within. Empathy, hypersensitivity. So the antagonist energy, that hermit, going within, is a thing that maybe you have been shying away from. It says intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have the ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're being given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or the 5 senses, which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from usual sources. This is the time when your hunches will pay large dividends. If you listen to them, take that risk and act. Within you, there is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have to access the genius of the collective, the energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success. These are available to you to attune to now. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. Well, that was quite wordy. I do apologize, but that is your prosperity message. So, yeah, there needs to be some illumination here. Take that chance. You have that Wheel of Fortune, which is about taking chances and being successful on the other side of that and rising up. There's a lot of wisdom in this. But remember, know your worth. You are enough. And stop negatively talking to yourself there. Okay, we're just going to give you a trinket before we go. Thank you so much for guys, guardian angels. What do we need to know? Oh, we've got 2. Oh my gosh, really? I close my eyes when I pick these trinkets. You'll have to take my word for it. I know you cannot see my eyes. But yeah, I closed my eyes, so I could get anything, and we got, you know, are you kidding my face? We got a seahorse. So this may be about your counterpart, okay, and being with somebody for the rest of time. They may have hurt you in the past. They may be coming on in here to reconcile, but you're waiting to see results, to see if they have changed. But we have that seahorse, okay. So it is also about letting go of any past hurt there in order to proceed forward, but knowing your worth, knowing that you are enough. And incidentally, we also have the key with peace, the rose on top, the key with the rose, which is transformation. That's number 13, the death card, okay, which we have here. Transformation, illumination, rising up in peace, to rebirth a situation, okay, but ultimately to move on from anything that does not serve you. This is the transformation key. So we just put that on the death card there because that's where they want it, okay? So there will be peace that comes from this situation. Karma is at play there as well. Know your worth, my beautiful Aries. Okay, well, I hope something resonated there for you all. I hope if it did, please like or subscribe to my channel. It's completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next message, and lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries. Love and light.